This was my warm-up set. The first part of the set was for my chest and arms. I never skipped leg day. And I also did my back too. Last but not least, I put in some cardio at the end. The reason I was there was to protect the Prime Minister of that one country. I failed that mission, but I had bigger problems. The Spanish samurai destroyed my beautiful body and left me for dead. I did get a sexy new body though. I dropped down on the beach, grabbing the attention of some thirsty cyborgs. I made sure to assert my authority on them and the rest of them through the rundown city. On my search, I ran into a killer robot, which turned out to be a cyber pooch.
I am IF prototype LQ84I.
I wiped his memory and kept him for myself.
No freedom.
After making it to the refinery, I saw a woman. I was pretty sure she was into me. I mean, onto me. After all, I am a married man.
This is a joke, right? Rose.
What now?
I went to introduce myself, but she already knew who I was.
Jack the Ripper?
She didn't like the conversation, so she tried to spice things up with attempted murder. When it came to fighting, everybody got the same treatment. The fight was full of fiery passion, but I usually end all of my dates all the same. Cold. I went to Mexico with my new companion.
Adios, amigos.
Running through the sewers, I saved a boy.
What you say?
Thankfully, I'm a cyborg with advanced technology, or I would have never understood that kid's broken English.
Is she me not a badass robot ninja man, same as you?
His jargon led me to a room full of children's brains. I knew it was my responsibility from that point to save those kids.
They haven't touched yet.
I found a room full of kidnapped children. A doctor came in with George at gunpoint. I had a choice to either
Surrender or decide.
George gave me permission to sacrifice him to save the others, but I made another choice. My sword was so wet. I drove to Denver in my sweet new ride, thinking about that dead doctor.
That's all I needed to hear.
The thought alone overloaded my circuits. Too bad I had all the cops in the city trying to kill me. After I introduced all of the cops to my blade, I found Sam again.
Isn't this all a bit much?
He made me question my morality with his speech, but made me question my sanity with his bipolar henchmen.
Die! You ain't shit! Stop it!
I dropped to my knees out of guilt. That's when I met.
Monsoon of the winds of destruction.
He inspired me to be myself again. But let's be honest, nobody should have been surprised by this. I needed to stick my sword inside of everyone, especially Sam.
I'll take this dance.
I took on Monsoon instead, but it didn't take too long. I had to get back to finding Sundowner. That's why I went to Denver after all. When I caught up to him, he showed me all of the children's brains and then justified why war was so useful for his business.
Like the good old days after 9/11.
He tried to escape from his helicopter. I had to assert my authority by stealing one of his employees and showing him who the real boss was. I accomplished my mission. I had to escape Denver, but I needed to make sure I left in style. I crashed my plane so I could fight my rival. Wolf tried to stop us, but he couldn't interfere with love.
Don't interfere.
This is between us.
We slammed our swords into each other until mine overpowered his. He started using his hands, and it made me uncomfortable, so he went back to using his sword. We started getting real rough with each other that ended with me penetrating him. I missed him already, so I kept his sword just in case I started thinking about our time together. I ran all the way to Pakistan just to see. I was gonna send those butt cheeks to Pound Town, but Senator Armstrong lived up to his name. He was destroying my ass. Then I started destroying his. It was a constant back and forth, until he went on top of me and laid me out. Lucky for me, Wolf brought me Sam's sword, which helped me ruin Armstrong's reputation and saved America from his dream. At least he wouldn't be forgotten about. I knew he would become a meme. Boris tried to recruit me for his new company, but I decided to go back to freelance work. After the adventure I had, I don't think there's gonna be any bigger thrill than that. I won't lie to you guys. I don't think you will ever see me again.
What will you do?
This is Raiden, signing off.
I've got my own war to fight.